What does Brock Purdy have to do to get your praises, Tybo? What does
uh,
this guy got to do?
look, look. Brock Purdy is decent for where we're at in football. Brock Purdy is decent, but like they're not. I feel like quarterback play across the league is down. Look at the guys that are getting paid this kind of money, but like Brock Purdy is like I'm not going to put the label of game manager because like I can see him make throws down the field. Like he can push the ball,
hmm
and like I just don't think he dissects a defense like a truly good quarterback. Like I'm never going to give him elite status unless he makes a I don't know significant change in
Yeah.
his play. Like he's
Do
a
you?
great system quarterback for
Yeah.
who they got out there. Like
So he's a
he has
system.
it's I mean, it's a great system, and he's a decent player. Like it goes hand in hand. But like it's
Most quarterbacks are system quarterbacks, but
You kind of have to be.
like Patrick Mahomes, no matter where you put Patrick Mahomes, you know that he's going to be able to
Yeah.
perform, right?
hmm
And so that is the separation of
right.
elite talent, right? We know that Kirk Cousins is more than a system quarterback because he's gone to now his third team, and we've at least seen him able to perform. Whether he can win or not, that's up to the team that's around him, right? But as far as being able to perform, we've seen that. As far as like Brock Purdy goes, we've seen him be able to perform when the team is healthy. We've also seen him not be able to perform when those aspects aren't there. Now, that's given for most teams when you lose your stars. I'll throw that out there, but at least you still see some of those quarterbacks are able to perform at least up
hmm
to a level in which the talent around them can play to. Brock Purdy does not play up to bring up the level of which his team can play to. I think he holds them back.
I don't know if he holds him back, but I don't. I agree with you kind of there. I don't think he necessarily makes them better if you take away everybody else.
Because
I don't
we've
necessarily
seen
think he
Right.
brings them
he
back,
made a
but I just
Super
think
Bowl and lost.
he's just
Jimmy G
stagnant.
made a Super Bowl and lost. Like I don't see him being very much
And
different
then went
from
elsewhere and failed.
Jimmy G.
Like
All right, so
Yeah.
if he
if
gets to the
Brock
Super Bowl this year, wins or loses, gets to the Super Bowl again,
Jimmy G.
is he? Because this is his rookie. This is the end of his rookie contract, right?
Yep.
Yep. So if he gets to the Super Bowl this year, win or loss,
Jimmy G. If
does
he
he warrant
wins,
my
it
40 million?
opinion will
changes.
improve. Like
Does he
he's
warrant
like
$40 million a year if he gets to the Super Bowl?
If
probably
you're
to
the
the
Niners,
49ers.
if you're
Yeah.
the Niners,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
If you're another team, no.
No.
Maybe I'd say there's one other team. There's one other
Teams that are
team.
desperate, I feel like I would do it.
Yes, but there's also one other team. You guys should definitely not. That'd be a bad move.
Yeah, I know we don't have
Uh,
the weapons
there's
or the
only one other
offensive play
team in
calling.
which I would say that he would fit inside of their system and would be worth paying him the $40 million. And it's only under one condition that their starting quarterback is no longer there. Miami.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that could work.
Miami's the
He's
No
Miami's the
longer there.
yeah.
only
Yeah.
sorry to it, but yeah, no, like that's the only possible team that I could see him going
Yeah.
in and working right away with the money that they could give him.
hmm hmm
And they wouldn't be able to give him that money, in my
I
opinion.
do kind of want to think too. I think what you guys said about um I think when you said dissecting a play and stuff like that, I think he's probably sent out there with two plays. Hey, if this play doesn't look good, we'll check to this play. Whereas like a Peyton Manning walks out there, a Tom Brady walks out there, a Patrick Mahomes walks out there, and it's like, okay, we don't necessarily have a second play, but I have the option to audible to something else, and I have that list of what works in my head. And when I see the defense, I can be like, all right, what we're doing is not going to work, but I know this will work. And then you check to that, as opposed to, all right, well, I don't like this for play one. We're just going to go to play two because that's what I got. And I'm not allowed to audible like that, or I'm not supposed to be audibling like that. Do you
Well,
think
and
that's more of it? I'm not saying he's a dumb football player.
That's
I'm,
actually what I wanted to ask is
yeah.
Tybo, correct me if I'm wrong. Like Patrick Mahomes, I don't see him going out there and audibling plays. I see audibles to hot
every now
routes.
and then,
I
yeah,
see kills on plays. Like he goes out
Yeah.
there and he'll can or kill a play.
But
He'll go
kill
out there
usually
with
means
multiple
there's a
plays.
backup. If
Right, right,
kill
right.
usually means there's a
I
backup.
do not see Patrick Mahomes nor many quarterbacks in the league post Tom Brady, post Manning that can go out that not that they can't do it, but I don't see many quarterbacks out there audibling plays strictly. Like
A
Patrick
lot.
Mahomes is not a. I don't see Patrick Mahomes do it. I can't remember a specific time when Patrick Mahomes has gone out there and audibled a play specifically. Again,
I mean,
hot
his is
routes,
more of mid
canning a
play,
play.
I guess, right? His is more mid play audible, I guess. Like
It's
to
just play
say it like it's
breakdown. It's just play
yeah, no,
breakdown.
yeah, it's improvising, but at the end of the day, that's kind of what audibling is, just not nearly as structured. But I mean, because I feel like I saw it this week with Love. He definitely audibled this week, and I really do like we give the Bears a lot of shit, but dude, Caleb Williams was audibling left and right in London this weekend. But that's we can get to that later. But I do think it's a lost art. I agree with you with what you're saying because like Peyton Manning was going to walk up there and like
Peyton
80% of
Manning
the
knew in a
time he was going
different
to
language and
yeah
taught his offensive linemen how to speak Gaelic so that they could audible plays.
yeah
Like
yeah
nobody, they don't do that in the NFL anymore.
no they
That's
don't.
also an elite level of that fucking skill.
That's Hall
It's
of
fair.
Fame. That's
That's
like Hall
fair.
of Fame
That's
level of
So
skill.
that's above Hall of Fame. Like if there
but
was a
Yeah.
level like that's
Yeah.
up there.
I honestly,
Man.
so I saw Brock Purdy do it a little bit this weekend, as far as making more time with his legs and getting a little bit deeper into the reads, or like playing a little more off the cuff in the middle of a play. But generally speaking, I don't think Brock Purdy you has to or does get very deep into his reads. Like it's a one or two and get the ball out type of thing when he's throwing the ball, or like there's like a specific schemed route that he's going to throw the ball to. You
Yeah.
know,
Agreed.
I
I just
think
don't. I don't think he's. I don't think a lot of quarterbacks have mastered what quarterbacks had used to be expected to do. Like football is cyclical, and
yeah.
stats and schemes are like all come back and all this stuff. But quarterback play is down right now, and like coaches are having to scheme for where their quarterbacks are at, and that you're getting this type of
Mhm.
quarterback play that's out there. Like
I'm with you there. I'm with you. I think he's good at kind of like moving in the pocket. I would say that.
he showed it this weekend. I
I think
mean,
he
yeah,
could side shuffle or take an extra step back or an extra step to the right to get around someone and throw. But I'm kind of with you there. I'm kind of with you.
yeah.
Um, I think now in the NFL, it's a lot more of like, all right, you're either the guy who's going to sit in the pocket, take a lick, and throw the ball, 10 yards before the fucking wide receiver's open into that area, or or you're gonna run around and kind of create on your own. But